a better gimbal solution for the Mevo Start. Today on My Favorite Things. So mounting the Mevo on this particular gimbal is going to be very different than mounting the Mevo on the gimbal that I did in my first video. This is a much better option because this particular gimbal, not only does it have a 400 gram, just under a pound payload, it can carry that much. The Mevo Start is a 252 gram device. Not only can it handle it, but it's built for it in that it has the ability to receive a quarter 20 here on the mounting platform. There's nothing to disassemble when we put this on here. So let me go ahead and see if I can get this started on the quarter 20 screw that's there on the mounting plate. I'll see if I can put it in a decent position. All right. We'll go with that to start with. See if that's going to be something that we can then balance. The instructions for this gimbal say to balance whatever camera you put on before you turn the gimbal on. That way the motors aren't working near so hard trying to keep it upright. Let's see, this needs to go up or down so that it is down. Works. That works as well. Should give us all that we need there, huh? Maybe a little more. So that's pretty good on the front to back. I'll tighten that back up. We're still coming this way quite a bit, so let's move this. We're getting close right there. That's a pretty good place to start. Now the fore aft. Can be adjusted by sliding the plate one way or the other, and that was the wrong direction. So let's slide it back. Oh, sliding it backwards is going to move it into that rear arm. Oh, that's pretty good balance right there. Already set. The next thing I want to show you is that I've taken the dual tripod mount that I've linked in the description, and I have affixed the iPhone on the side mount for this gimbal. It comes with a quarter 20 receiver here, and then this dual tripod mount. If you reconfigure it, it can be kind of plugged in there and then hold the iPhone so that when we mount our Mevo on this gimbal, we'll actually be able to see and control what we're doing as far as our zoom or our preset shots or our cropping. We'll be able to control anything that we need to through the iPhone for the Mevo while we have the Mevo mounted on the gimbal so that it has a very smooth shot and we can walk around with it. I think this is going to be a useful setup for a lot of folks. So now we'll try to show the balance of a Mevo Start on this Hohem gimbal. Now it has adjustability front and back, fore and aft, I guess that is, side to side, and top and bottom. Side to side and top and bottom, so that you can get this to balance really well with that much adjustability. It will balance without it being turned on. You can see it's just a little bit, let me scooch over, it's just a little bit leaning to one side, but that's balanced without powering up the gimbal. So you can get really close, and then powering the gimbal brings it right, and it holds that vertical very well. Horizontal very well as you move.
Now, I'm going to go ahead and have the Mevo itself start recording. Red light on, so that's now recording. And you'll see as I walk again up the aisle of our church, you'll see we'll overlay this video from the Mevo Start onto this so that you can see just how smooth this is, no matter whether I keep it at an eye level, whether I hold it at waist level, or whether I even drop it down to a low shot. This is going to be a very smooth running gimbal, and the payload on it being 400 grams, the Mevo Start only being 252 grams, it handles it very well. The only issue we're going to have, before I walk up and show you that clip, the only issue we're going to have, let me see if I can turn this around and show you, is how close it runs to that motor. It is very close. It's not touching. I've got it adjusted all the way so that it doesn't, but it just barely swings by it. So, I'm thinking for a good walking, talking video, maybe even trained on self. Let's see if I can get that in the shot. Trained on self, like so that it's looking at me, and I'm walking, and it's holding that. And I think that's going to be a really useful way to have the Mevo live event camera be something we can take out in public. Now that I'm walking, I just want to take the time to let it do its thing. I've not chosen any of the presets in the gimbal itself. I am just letting it look around as I turn from side to side. You can see how smooth that is. We'll take a trip down this aisle, giving a little bit of back and forth because that's if you can't walk. But that should be pretty smooth. As we turn, we'll let it catch that, and then I'll drop it down for a low shot so that you can see what it does in the way of smoothing this video out. Bring it back up. By the way, this Mevo-Pivo combination that follows, you see that? See how that is set up with my phone there so that my phone is tracking and it's moving. Even a Mevo Plus and Boost, the Start works much better on it than that, but that's an incredible addition to what I get to do whenever I am moving around and trying to live stream. Love it. So this combination of the Hohem iSteady multi gimbal is a much better answer than my previous gimbal attempt, where I had to disassemble part of the mounting and print another piece and strap on, and it was kind of iffy as to whether it would work in a given scenario. This one works so very well. It clears everywhere so that I have the ability to take and run it however we need to. It will go in different directions and just hold that beautiful steady shot. It's got an 8-hour battery life that matches the 6-hour battery life of the Start very well. I think if I were using this to stream, my limiting factor would probably be my iPad or my iPhone. It would run out of juice before anything else did. So it looks like this is going to be a great other use for our Mevo live event camera.